Dear children, have a great day. Hope you're all doing good. We shall start a new lesson in politics. The name of the lesson is the Constitution of India. In this lesson, we are going to discuss why does a country needs a constitution and what are the key features of the constitution. Look at this picture, children. This is about the game football. Okay, there are certain rules to play this football. Yes, the players have to kick the ball towards the goal. Okay, so if the ball touches their arms, it is considered to be foul. So depending on the games, the rules changes. Okay, if it is a chess, the rule is different. Okay, if it is a tennis, the rule is different. If it is a cards game, the rule is different. Same way, like these games, a society also has a constitutive rules that make it what it is and differentiate it from other kinds of society. Yes, a society consists of a different people. Yes, maybe they may follow different religions, practices and ethics. India is a subcontinent constituting of numerous cultures. Yes, so in India there are 28 states and 8 union territories. So each state, the rule and regulations may be differ because of the culture they follow. Okay, so there are different types of religion in our country. Let us learn about the constitution. A society has constitutive rules that are formulated through consensus. Consensus means the general agreement. Okay, so depending on the society we live in, the agreement changes. In modern countries, this consensus is in written form. Okay, the written document in which we find such rules is called as a constitution. Okay, so as a citizen of India, we have certain rules to be followed. Okay, if you don't follow the rules, it is a crime. Yes, so the Constitution of the India is the supreme law of India. This is the highest law of India. Okay, so it is the longest written constitution of any other country on earth. Okay, so our Indian Constitution is the world's longest written constitution. Yes, a constitution is essentially a set of rules and principles specifying the duties of the government. Okay, so as we all know, there are two types of government in India. The first one is central government and the second one is state government. Okay, so each government has their own rights. Okay, anyhow, the state government is dependent on the central government. Okay, so the power is distributed and controlled for the government. Okay, the same way as general citizens, we also have certain fundamental rights and duties. Okay, let us learn briefly about the constitution. Why does a country needs a constitution? Why do we need rules? All democratic countries have a constitution. Okay, so you know what is called as a democratic country. The democratic country means a government of the people, by the people and for the people. We choose our rulers. Yes, so it is not necessary that all the countries that have a constitution are democratic. Okay, the country like Nepal was under a king's rule, though that country had a constitution. Okay, so it is need not necessary that all the countries that have a constitution should be democratic. The constitution serves several purposes. Okay, the constitution tells us what the fundamental nature of our society is, how our society is. That is, a constitution helps us to serve as a set of rules and principles that all persons in our country can agree upon as the basis of the way in which they want the country to be governed. Okay, so We are living in a state called Tamil Nadu. Okay, so depending on the mindset of the people, depending on the economic status, or depending on the people's only the Tamil Nadu government is taking the decisions. For example, about a lockdown or anything. Okay, so the state government considers what is the current situation of the people. Based on that only the rules are laid. The same way the other states also follow also lay rules depending on the exact situation of the people. Let us consider the constitution adopted in Nepal. Until recently, Nepal was a monarchy. Monarchy means it was under the control of a king. So the king was the head of the country, and all the people in the country were supposed to follow his own rules and regulations. Okay. The previous constitution was adopted in 1990. The final authority rested with the king. Okay, so they also framed a certain set of rules, even though the final decision making was under the control of the king. A people's movement in Nepal fought for several decades. Decade means 10 years. For several decades to establish democracy, and in 2006 they finally succeeded. Okay, the people had to write a new constitution to establish Nepal as a democracy. The constitution defines the nature of a country's political system. In a democracy, we choose our leaders so that they can exercise power on our behalf. Okay, they stand as a minister or as a chief minister on behalf of a common man. Okay, however, there is a possibility that these leaders might misuse their authority. So our constitution often lays down rules that guard against the misuse of authority by the political leaders. Okay, the government staff and some political leaders, they misuse their power. So that's why the constitution has some rules to guard, to protect against this. A constitution in a democracy ensures that a dominant group does not use its power against the other less powerful people. For example, in a classroom, some set of students may choose to play cricket. The other set may choose to play volleyball. If the strength is more on cricket, which is the majority, the cricket wins. But they make fun of the people who choose volleyball. Okay, so the same way the dominant group may use the power against the less powerful people. Okay, so our constitution prevents this domination by the majority of a minority. Okay, a constitution saves us from ourselves. For example, we may have a temptation to watch TV if we have exam on the next day. What we shall do? We shall ask our parents to switch off the TV. Likewise, we ourselves may not follow the rules sometimes. Okay, so it is important to protect ourselves by taking some bad decisions that creates an adverse effect. Kana, I hope you might have understood what we have seen so far. We shall discuss about the remaining part in the next class. Thank you, children.